hear just a few bars and you know it's Carole King. There's a beautiful warmth to the way she plays, those flowing textures, rich chords, the effortless blend of songwriting and piano playing. So in this video, we're going to watch some of her classic performances and figure out what's really going on in her playing. What makes it feel so good and so her. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. Let's do it.
Looking out on the morning rain.
What an incredible song this is.
I used to feel uninspired.
Woo. It's simplicity done really, really well. Sometimes the simplest things on the piano work the best. Check out what she's doing. Listen particularly to her right hand here.
Looking out on the morning rain. I used to feel uninspired.
These are simple chords. What are the chords? Well, it's A major, which is chord 1 in the key of A, E over G sharp, which is chord 5, in first inversion, that G sharp in the bass, going to a G chord, which is flat 7, and then going to chord 4, which is a D. She isn't adding loads of extra colour to the chords. She isn't making the chords really complex, adding sevenths and extensions and all this kind of thing. She's just playing the triads really simply, really effectively, and locking into that 6/8 rhythm. Probably octaves in the left hand. Maybe a little rock, something like that. Little rock, when I say a little rock, I mean this in the left hand. Do you see that? Just where you occasionally just rock that octave. But again, it's just little tiny details. The fundamentals are so simple. And then she actually does this great little walk down, which is so iconic for this song. Oh, I mean, that is in so many different songs, but what is it? Well, she's working down from chord 4. So she starts there on a D, and she just works down the scale and playing every chord. She goes D, so like an A over C sharp, B minor 7 to an A. Beautiful, and it just works so well, and it gives it that real, it's like a totally gospel kind of sound, and that's what moves this song into that gospel kind of feel and gives it that real soulful, bluesy kind of emotion. It's great.
You make me feel. You make me feel like a natural woman.
Beautiful. I mean, there's so much going on, but on a macro level, the dynamics she's using are just amazing because it really helps to tell the story. She starts off in that verse. It's a quiet dynamic. It's bringing the listener in. Then in the bridge, she brings it up a level again. And then when she gets to the chorus, 'cause you make me feel. Sorry, not the best week for me singing, but it gives you an idea. She's really crafting that story using the dynamics. The chorus is like it's the climax of the song. It's the bit everyone's waiting for. And she really rides that with the piano in terms of the dynamics she's using. In terms of the chords she's playing there, the chorus, she's kind of weirdly doing the opposite of the rundown we looked at. So when she did the rundown in the verse, she was going. But now, when she gets to the chorus, she goes, 'cause you make me feel. She kind of does. She goes the other way up the rundown. I guess you could call it a run up. She goes, 'cause you make me feel. It's that kind of movement I think she's doing. It's quite hard to hear on here, but she's going A, B minor 7, like C, A over C sharp, up to D. She just runs back up the chords the opposite way. I mean, occasionally she might just do it in her left hand.
Oh, when my soul was in the lost and found, you came along to claim it.
she's rocking between the 1 and the 4 of the chord she's on. Okay, it's sort of a bit more advanced this, but I'll show you, right? So she's going like this. That kind of thing. So she's on an A chord. What's the 4 of A? Is a D chord. Okay, so she moves. When my soul. Do you see that? We've moved. We're rocking there, okay? A stays in the bass, and this chord here moves up to a D, very briefly, which gives it that beautiful kind of really, it's another gospel-y sound. All the time she's thinking of the chord she's on, finding the 4 chord, which gives her that really nice movement to rock to. Makes the music move, it gives it that gospel feel, works so well, that kind of sound. Bringing it right down at the end. Beautiful. Here in her piano playing, I think the way she's thinking is totally about triads. When you're playing this kind of music, songs in a really beautiful, authentic kind of way, it isn't about all of the flashy runs, all of the flashy fills, all of these kind of complicated things. It's just about playing simple things beautifully. And that is what Carole King does so well.
When you're down,
oh, what a tune.
and troubled, and you need some love and care.
This is one of my favorite songs of all time. I think it's just, in terms of an amazingly crafted song with a beautiful verse and a chorus that lifts out and a bridge that gives an alternative perspective. It's like an example of a perfect song, this. And so many people have covered this song, and I guess that's because it's such an incredible piece of writing. The verse in this song is actually in a minor key. So although the intro starts in A, she then moves to the minor. The relative minor, which is F sharp minor. And what's great about this as a songwriting technique is that the words are all like, when you're down and troubled and you need a helping hand and nothing is going right. That is a very minor sound, isn't it? In terms of the lyrics, that's a sad lyric. So you want that minor feel to reflect that. Really all she's doing here is like a 2-5-1 in the relative minor. She's using some kind of tweaked voicings. She's keeping this C sharp on the top all the way through. When you're down and troubled. So that is like a G sharp, that's our 2 chord, which is a G sharp kind of minor. She's not playing all of the notes in the G sharp minor though. She's adding in this C sharp, and she's got the minor 3rd there. She's keeping it quite lean. And that's like a C sharp 7 without the 5th. Okay, so she goes like F sharp minor 7, G sharp minor like 11, C sharp 7, going back to the F sharp minor 7. It's like a 2-5-1. She's just swimming about in the relative minor here. Into the chorus.
You just
we're into the major.
my name, and you know wherever I am.
That's the kind of rough rhythmic pattern she's using here. It's like 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and then maybe on beat 4 she's playing like a little fill or a little bass note or something, but that's roughly the main rhythm. And in that chorus the chords are going from an A. We've got our first major 7 there, which is like, I think of major 7 chords as a minor triad over a root note. So here, A major 7, you can actually think of as C sharp minor over A. Okay, there it is, C sharp minor over A, and it gives you a really nice voicing. That is actually just a C sharp minor chord in 2nd inversion. There's our regular C sharp minor. But all she does there, I think, is go, then moves her thumb down. She's got the A major 7. Really nice. Come running. Interestingly, whenever she plays a 5 chord, okay, whenever she plays a 5 chord in the key, so in the key of A, it would be an E. She doesn't play a 5 chord, okay? She changes it, and she gives it that real gospel sound. She plays D over E. I sometimes think of this as the Carole King chord because it's just everywhere. It's like, because you make me feel like we're looking at, I sometimes think of it as a blur of a perfect and plagal cadence. So if you put the perfect cadence in your left hand, which is 5-1, and in your right hand, you play the plagal cadence, which is 4-1, you get that beautiful sound. So it's kind of like perfect in your left hand, plagal in your right. There we go. Perfect in your left hand, plagal in your right.
I'll come running.
That little lick is just so fundamental in this song. Again, just moving around those middle parts. You can come up with so much just by using a little idea. And it kind of echoes the lyric, doesn't it? Because she goes, I'll come running, I will come running. Sometimes that's what I do when I'm playing with a singer, is I'll think about the lyric they've just sung and think about a little fill that kind of riffs off those words in terms of the rhythm. It's just a little way of coming up with more piano fills and more ideas.
Got a friend.
Oh, beautiful.
Light your mind completely. You give your love so sweetly tonight. The light of love is in your eyes. But will you love me tomorrow?
Sorry, I completely forgot I was supposed to be breaking down what's going on there, but I was just getting so lost in the music just because it's so beautiful. That's the kind of shape she's using. And it's quite, you can initially look at this and think it's quite weird because she's regular C triad. Then she plays a B diminished triad. B diminished, where's that come from? Going to a C. It's like, what's going on? Well, check this out. If I revoice that, so we play the B diminished, but then I put a G at the bottom of it. Could be thought of as like a G7 without the G. Do you see that? If I G7 going to C, if I play the same thing again just without that G in my thumb. This is often one of the mistakes I see piano players make, is to analyze exactly what someone is playing without thinking what they could be referencing. Don't always look at the exact notes someone is playing, because sometimes people leave notes out of a voicing when they're playing a particular song or something. So when you try and analyze what they're playing without that note that they've left out, it can make you think they're doing really strange things when actually they're not. All she's doing, she's using the 1 and 5 of C, which is C and G. So she's going C, G7 to C. But if you didn't sort of think, oh, maybe she's just leaving that G out to kind of make it a bit leaner, you could actually end up thinking she's doing something quite weird. I'm going to do a couple of other videos on this because I see it all of the time. Look at the chord they might be playing if you assume they might be leaving out some of the notes.
Will you still love me tomorrow?
You can hear all the time here in this chorus, she's using a toggle pattern. All she's done, she's split her hand in half. And she's moving between her thumb and the upper part of her hand. That's roughly the kind of shape she's using, you know, and she might be playing her thumb quite quietly, but it's there. And it really moves it along and adds that energy. Those big octaves, occasional fifths as well. That's all of the kind of sound she's using here, and just really makes the song flow. It's interesting, James is pointing towards Carole the whole time. That communication. He wants to know exactly what she's doing.
Will you still love me tomorrow?
Wow. They don't write songs like that anymore, do they? Wow, what an amazing performance. I love doing this kind of thing where I break down different piano players, watch them live and have to work out what they're playing. It's so good for me as well. It really keeps me on my toes. And I feel like I learn a lot as well from doing these videos. So I want to keep these going. Do drop a comment down below. Who do you want me to cover next? I do read every single comment that gets put on this channel and I respond to as many of them as I can. So drop it in the comments down below, your favorite piano players, any specific videos you'd like me to check out as well. Thanks so much for watching this video. And if you're thinking, I want some more of this, where can I go? Well, check out this video up here where I do exactly the same thing with Billy Joel. Go give that video a click and I'll see you over there.